Welcome. This is Dada Veda Pragananda, and as I promised, I want to teach you how to meditate right here and now. You don't have to wait till tomorrow, but right here and now you can learn how to meditate. And I've been doing this every night on live, so I thought I would try here on YouTube to see who would turn up and what would happen. But anyway, I always start out with a little bit of silence. In case you're wondering what's going on when somebody's meditating, that's what you're going to find out if you don't know by now. Because sometimes there are people here, they've been meditating for a while. But if you have never meditated before, then this is the place to come, and I'll guide you through it in a very short time. And you can be closing your eyes and also enjoying something. It's inside. So the question is, what is inside? What isn't going on? When this guy closes his eyes, what is he doing? So I'll explain. There are many kinds of meditation, and I don't have time to teach you all of them, and it wouldn't be very fruitful because meditation is something where you don't try one and then try another next week and then try another and then try another and then try another. You have to dig deep with one method. So for the past 50 years, I've been using one method, which is mantra meditation. Mantra meditation is a form of meditation that comes from a long tradition of, you can say, Tantra yoga, which dates back 7,000 years. So this is what the kind of meditation I do. And the name mantra meditation signifies something because mantra is a word which has crept into the English language, as I have a few other Sanskrit words. I'll give some examples, like guru, right? You have guru. Guru generally means any kind of expert or teacher. Then another kind of expert, pundit. The people who analyze the news are called pundits. But pundit is actually a Sanskrit word. It means a knower of spiritual truth, not just a knower of political wisdom or current events expert. And a pundit is a knower of spiritual truth. The one who knows who or he is or she is, the one who knows the ultimate truth. It's a pundit. And a guru is someone who can enlighten you, to take away all your darkness and bring you on the path to truth. A mantra is not a platitude which a politician says. They say, oh, that's Mr. Politician's new mantra is this. And he repeats it in every campaign. Stop. No. So mantra means a word which can liberate the mind. Man means mind. Tra means liberate. So a word which can liberate the mind is mantra. So that's the whole thing. We want to liberate the mind. But liberate the mind from what? Liberate the mind from our attachments to the mundane things. So normally, if you analyze what you're thinking about, what are you thinking about? You're thinking about what you're going to eat and what you did eat and who you're going to meet and what you're going to say when you meet that person and what's going to happen when you take your test tomorrow, or what will happen if you can't pay your rent or you can't pay your taxes. So all of these things, they're important because they sustain our life. You have to eat, you have to meet people. All of these things are important, but you can say they're mundane. So the idea of the mantra is to free your mind. Wouldn't you like to free your mind sometimes from these things? That's why we go on vacations. I get free. But even on the vacation, there's many worldly things that you have to take care of. So the mantra is the word which will free your mind from worldly cares and concerns and point you towards a place where you will get ultimate happiness. Now, ultimate happiness is something different from immediate happiness. So there are a lot of immediate joys which we experience in our life. These are such things. Either you eat I always give this example. People have seen my talks before. You eat an ice cream cone, immediately, beautiful. So that's immediate joy. But then again, but you know what happens. The ice cream cone disappears, it's gone, and then it was good. So sometimes you think maybe I should have another one, but then you know that maybe it's not so good for my stomach or this or that. But then you search another happiness, another thing. We're always searching more. So imagine if we could find something which will ultimately fulfill us. The ice cream cone with the pleasure that never ends. That's what the yogis are trying to reach. So that's what's going on with. That's what the mantra is trying to do: to liberate your mind from the mundane and to take it to a place where you will get the ultimate satisfaction, the ultimate achievement of peace, the ultimate achievement of bliss. So that's what mantra is all about. So how does it work? It works in a few different ways. One way it works is it has a certain vibration which helps you to concentrate your mind. So that's very important because that's what we're going to do, a little exercise in mental concentration shortly. And in that exercise, we have to think about one thing, and when other objects come, we have to go back to that one. We have to concentrate on one. Just like if you were trying to study for an exam, you have to think about what's in the book, but then your mind will wander about, outside, and you look out the window, but you can't let your mind do that, or else you're never going to read that book, and you're never going to absorb that book. So you have to learn how to bring the mind back, either to the book or here. We have to learn how to bring the mind back to the object of what we're meditating on. So the mantra, the sound vibration helps you to do that. That's one thing about the mantra. The second thing about a mantra is it has also a certain vibration which can help you to bridge the gap. Now, there's a gap between your vibration, your individual vibration, and the cosmic vibration. And the idea of yoga, if you heard the word yoga, yoga means union of the individual and the cosmic. So to bridge that gap, the vibration of the mantra helps to bridge that gap. It works like that. And then the third thing about a mantra, most important really in this exercise, although there's another which is very important too, and I'll explain that after. The most important now for this exercise is we're going to have to meditate on a word, and I think they'll let me post it here in the chat maybe. Baba, Ram, Kevalam, I hope so. Yeah, Bhavanam Kevalam. That's the mantra that we're going to use. So that mantra, what does it mean? It means only, Kevalam, Nam, name, and Baba means name and then Baba. So what is Baba? Baba is the big thing here. It's the main thing. Baba means, literally it means most beloved. Most beloved. The thing which is most beloved. So what is the most beloved for the yogi? For every human being. It's that love which resides at the center of our being. It's the seat of the consciousness. Sometimes it's called Atman in Sanskrit, but it's really the place where our consciousness is, where our soul is. And I can give you an example about that. Suppose you say, and I think you can, I exist. Yep, you can do it. Because I exist, your mind is active. That's why you're saying I exist. I exist. Your mind is doing that. But now there's another statement which is very interesting if you go to the heart of it. You can say, I know I exist. I know I exist. Think about that. So if I exist is the mind, but then there's somebody saying, I know I exist, it's something beyond the mind. And yes, beyond the mind is the witness of the mind. It's the consciousness that's witnessing everything. So, and that's where we want to go, to that I of I know I exist. And that I of I know I exist is where the supreme love is, where the consciousness is, where the bliss is. And that is a precious thing for all humans. That's really a precious treasure. It's more valuable than your your worldly wealth goes up, it goes down, it could vanish, it could be snatched away by nature or by other people, whatever. So, but this inner wealth can never be snatched away. So the problem is that we don't, as humans, we don't think about that often because we're engaged with all the other things. So that's where the mantra comes in to liberate our mind from those attachments, help us to concentrate, and also bridge the gap between us and the cosmic. And there's one other element of the mantra which I will say here, although you may or may not relate to it much, but it's true, that the mantra works because it's been energized by a teacher who's given it like its potency. It's given it's like you have a television set, or a computer, which we're working on now, or a phone, but it doesn't work until the power is plugged in or the battery is plugged in. It doesn't work. The same here. This mantra works because it's been energized by the person who created it. So that's all the elements of the mantra. So now, how will we meditate on it? Well, we're going to meditate on it by we're going to sing it. Yeah. Now singing. What? I have to sing? Yeah, you have to sing. It doesn't worry. We're not going to judge your voice if you have a good voice or bad voice. Also, what I say is, there's no such thing as a bad voice. There's only your voice. So your voice, and your voice is unique. Everyone's voice is unique, and it's a good voice. Don't worry. So we have to think about that. That we're going to sing a little bit, because singing the mantra helps to engage ourselves in the mantra. Baba Nam Kevalam, you're hearing it, you're speaking it, you're vibrating with it. And then we close our eyes. And then after we close our eyes, we're going to go inside and repeat the mantra silently. We're going to repeat the mantra silently. And then here's where the fun comes in, because you're doing the mantra, Baba Nam Kevalam, Baba Nam Kevalam. You think I'm a very good yogi. You start to think about something else. But also you think about something completely different. Oh, what am I going to do after I finish this crazy thing? Then you come back, Baba Nam Kevalam. So that's the thing of meditation. You have to bring the mind back. Baba Nam Kevalam, back to the object. Baba Nam Kevalam, back to the object. That's the whole game. Baba Nam Kevalam, you go away. So it's an exercise of bringing the mind back. And when you bring the mind back, this is what I call strengthening the mental muscle. Strengthening the mental muscle. Because if you go do any kind of exercise, what are you going to do? You're doing running, so you're strengthening your feet and your lungs and everything, or you're doing push-ups, you're strengthening your arms and everything, and you do more, and then you maybe rest a little bit, you gain more strength, you do it again. It becomes easier. Same with this concentration exercise. The more you try to bring the mind back, you're building up the strength of the mind. And as you build up the strength of the mind, then you're able to do it more and hold on to it more. You become just like the person who can run now for a longer distance with more endurance. And you can also keep on the concentration more than you were in the first instance. So this is the whole thing. So that's what we're going to do. And I want you to, if anyone's out there, even if you're not out there, this will be recorded and someone may come along and get a chance to do it. But what we're going to do is I'm going to use my guitar. I didn't plug in my good microphone and everything, but anyway, this will be a good test. I'm just using the built-in mic of my computer now. And we're going to sing this Baba Nam Kevalam mantra. And then when we sing it, after we sing it, we're going to basically sing it inside the mind silently. So now I'm looking down here, because I'm going to do something which I want you to do when you're at home, is you set your timer. So in this little exercise, I'm going to set the timer for 12 minutes. And what that means is that we're going to there'll be 5 minutes of the singing, and then there will be 7 minutes of the silent meditation. So that's all there will be. So let me get my guitar. Last night I did it, wasn't tuned up this today, I think I tuned it up before. So I'm wrong again. Then I don't know what's happening. I'm using a very simple melody. There's only 2 chords. Okay, so here it goes. Here's it. So I'm going to sing Bhavanam Kevalam. And if you're at home and there's nobody around or you're not shy, you sing along with me. And then after the singing, after 5 minutes of singing, we're going to do some silent meditation, and I'll guide you through that. So don't worry about that. Bhavanam Kevalam, 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 Bhavanam Okay, now we come to the next part, which is silent. So for the silent meditation, here's what you have to do. Sit up straight in your chair. And if you're wearing glasses, you can take them off. You can get more comfortable. And bring your hands to the head, to the heart. It's optional, but very helpful. Then put your hands in your lap. Close your eyes. And we'll just go on an inner journey now. Just follow along with my guiding words. And then we're going to even go solo. Imagine that you're all alone now. And you're very light. And that you're seated on a cloud. You're so light that you can float on the cloud. You're on a puffy white cloud in the sky, cumulus cloud. You're the only one there. And over above the cloud, there's a blue sky with a shiny yellow sun. And you're alone on that cloud, Jody. And now, in your mind, just hear that sound, Baba Nam Kevalam. Baba Nam Kevalam. It's the mantra. If you don't hear it as a song that I just sang, then just repeat it in your mind, silently to yourself. Baba Nam Kevalam. And then keep the meaning, only the name of that supreme love, only that consciousness. Love is all there is. Baba Nam Kevalam, only that love. So think only of that love. Keep your mind on Baba Nam Kevalam. And if it wanders, bring it back. So that's all you have to do. Just try to keep Baba Nam Kevalam in your mind. If it wanders, just bring it back. So we're going to do that for a few more minutes. And then at the end of the time period, then the bell will ring. And that's when we finish the meditation. So let's do it. Let's see how good we can do it. Bhavanam Kevalam. So that's it. If anyone was watching or participating, I hope that you enjoyed it. So that's all. That's really that's how you can do meditation. So what I advise is that you should meditate. Use this method, Bhavanam Kevalam, that's your mantra for now, and use it to meditate. In the morning, sit down, wake up, get out of your bed, change your clothes, freshen up, sit down, set your timer like I did, do 10 minutes. Then the evening, another 10 minutes. Do it for a few months, see what happens. And that will be Bhavanam Kevalam for you. If you have any questions, you can say something now or later, or you can message me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, or you can subscribe and press the bell if you want and get some more news when I come on again next or when I upload videos. So that's about all I want to say because I don't see any, if there are no questions anymore. But anyway, I have a lot more videos on my channel and you can find it on my Facebook page also. So if you have any questions about meditation, just let me know, just contact me and I'll be happy to help you out. So I thank you and I give you my namaskar. This is my salute. I salute the divinity within you with all the divine charms of my mind and all the love and cordiality of my heart. So thank you for listening and watching.